Hey, how's it going everyone? Jinsula here. I hope your day is going fantastically well, and let's get right into today's video. So, we got some information regarding the Young and Wise event that's coming later this month. I really was looking forward to this event. I really felt like there was something that Niantic could have done that was really cool. But as it turns out, this event is going to be a complete dud. In fact, everything related to this event involves spending money, like buying incubators and raid passes, because that's essentially where all of the content behind this event is currently at. So, I'm really disappointed about this event. Honestly, I feel like this event is just another step in the wrong direction that Niantic is taking, and yeah, I want to talk about that in this video. But first, let's talk about all the details for this event so that you can get a good idea for some of the points that I'm about to make. The Young and Wise event is going to start on December 10th at 10 o'clock a.m. local time, and it's going to go until December 14th at 8 o'clock p.m. local time. The featured Pokemon for this event is going to be Bonsly, Munchlax, Drampa, and Wordeer. So if you do not have any of these Pokemon, pay attention because you're going to have some opportunities to get them. It's just unfortunate because it's going to involve spending money. Now during this event, you're going to get the following event bonuses. You're going to have double the amount of experience gained from hatching eggs, and you're going to get double the amount of experience when you win raid battles. Speaking of which, these are going to be the raid battles during this event. In 1-star raids, you're going to see Shinx, Scraggy, Tyrant, Phantump, and Jangma-O, and then in 3-star raids, you're going to see Alakazam, Oranguru, Drampa, and Wordeer. And then in Mega Raids, we are of course going to have Mega Banette and Mega Latios, and then in 5-star raids, we're going to have Genesect with Chill Drive. Now also during this event, these are going to be the Pokemon that you can get from eggs. They're going to include Togepi, Tyrogue, Smoochum, Bonsly, Happiny, and Munchlax. There's also going to be field research task rewards related to this event, and also a collection challenge and Pokestop showcases. So there is stuff to do in this event, but it doesn't involve catching Pokemon in the wild. It's going to be all about hatching eggs and doing a whole bunch of raids. Alright, so what are my issues with this event? Well, I think it's pretty obvious. It's mainly the fact that a majority of this event involves spending money. You need to do a whole bunch of raids, you need to hatch a whole bunch of eggs during this event. That's how you're going to maximize the bonuses that they're going to be having, and they're not even having any special wild spawns. Everything is going to be locked behind premium content. It's almost like as if this is them doubling down on them going a direction of pay to win for all their in-game events. And I think this is just abhorrent. I really do not like this event at all. I feel like this event is just completely, I don't know, it just feels like they were very lazy with the design of this event. They just looked at all the cool Pokemon that they could have given us, and instead of going down the route of having them spawn in the wild, they just had it so that a bunch of Pokemon that we haven't seen in a while are going to be locked behind raid battles and hatching eggs. And I really do not like that. I really feel like there was a lot of potential with this event because the concept of there being baby Pokemon in the game along with Pokemon that are seemingly older, like they could have done a lot of cool things with this event, honestly. And the fact that they did not do anything cool with it and they just had it as a raid and egg hatching event, that's extremely disappointing. I really think this is a step in the wrong direction because when it comes to Pokemon Go and a lot of the in-game events that they've been having as of late, it really feels like much of the emphasis has been on egg hatching and raid battling. And when it comes to raid battling, yeah, there's going to be certain raid bosses that players will actually want, and having bonuses behind those raid battles are always going to be very positive. But when you put a huge emphasis on raid battles and make it a core central part of your in-game event, I really do not think that is healthy for the game on the long term. What really would be good for this sort of event is if they were to have certain Pokemon spawning in the wild that follows this theme of young Pokemon and wise Pokemon. Like, they could have had psychic type Pokemon like Abra and, I don't know, Kadabra that leads to Alakazam. That's kind of a wise Pokemon. They could have had the Gardevoir family. They could have done something with baby Pokemon that was very unique. I really do not know what they could have done, but this event is definitely not meeting its potential. It's definitely a bit of a wash event. It's one that you just simply do not have to care about. It's basically there to drain all of your premium resources. They're trying to get you to hatch all your eggs, spend all your super incubators. They're trying to get you to spend all your premium raid passes because they know that when Christmas time comes around, people are going to be buying this stuff because they're probably going to be locking a lot of the special Pokemon behind eggs and raids. Yeah, I really do not like this, and I have to call Niantic out. This is definitely a trash event, and I do think they need to get their game together, because when it comes to 2025, if they do not shape up and they create great content, then players are definitely going to leave in droves. It's gotten to a point where every time I go to a Wednesday raid hour, or every time I go to a special event like Pokemon Go Fest or Wild Area, people always come up to me and talk about just how terrible the game feels on an in-game event. Like, they would rather play the game in a way that it used to be, where there was such a huge emphasis on the wild spawns, but instead they're just relegated to having to constantly hatch eggs. They're relegated to constantly having to do raid battles just to get the special Pokemon out of different events. And this really feels like a doubling down of that, and I really do not like it. Now, one thing I would definitely like to see when it comes to in-game events in the future is them going back to having more special wild spawns, like introducing more Pokemon and shinies through the wild. I think that would make events a lot better, and that's how it used to be. It actually feels kind of ironic because Niantic has been doing such a huge push towards outdoor-based play and exploration, and yet they're designing their in-game events to be all about just isolated content, like hatching eggs and, doing a whole bunch of raids. Like, yeah, I totally understand that if you want to hatch a whole bunch of eggs, you need to go out and actually walk, because you need to collect kilometers in order to hatch eggs. But still, I feel like a better way to actually emphasize and strengthen that philosophy of exploration would be to have special wild spawns. I think that is something that a lot of players would really want. So yeah, all in all, this is a very disappointing event, and I'm just very unhappy with the direction that Niantic is going when it comes to in-game events, but it is what it is. Essentially, this is going to be your chance to take a break from Pokemon Go and prepare yourself for the Christmas festivities, because once Christmas time rolls around and we get those holiday events, there's going to be a lot of stuff to do. At least that's what I'm hoping for. I just really hope they do not lock everything special behind raids and eggs. It would be such a disappointment, because in the past there tends to be a lot of content for us to do when it comes to the holiday season. So yeah, hopefully this year we'll follow suit, but we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, regardless of that, this Young and Wise event is a huge disappointment, at least in my opinion. So that's going to be it for this video. I just wanted to share my thoughts regarding this event. Again, I just think it's such a disappointment, but I'm sure there's going to be players out there who disagree with me. And if that happens to be you, I would love to know your thoughts. What are some of the reasons why you are actually excited about this event? And what are the things that you feel like I'm getting completely wrong? If there are certain things like that, then definitely share them in the comments down below so that we can have a great discussion. And yeah, that's going to be it for this video. I'm Jinsula. Be safe, have fun, love yourself, and I'll catch you in the next one.